Let's
Hello?
start. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, వినిపిస్తుందండి.
Yeah, వినిపిస్తుంది. Any doubts, anybody?
Okay.
Anybody have any doubts before starting the class? Okay, so everybody is able to create a connections in the SQL developer. Yes or no? Or anybody have any issues? Except Pranita Garu. Abhiram?
Garu, even I too didn't connect because I'm not in my home actually. So I'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow once I reach home.
Yeah, don't miss
Because
it.
I don't stay in my home. I stay in a hotel. So.
Yes. Shalini, you were able to connect it to the database, right?
Yes.
Bhavani?
Yes, sir.
Shravani Garu?
Yes, sir.
Did you create a connections to the SQL developer? Did you complete?
No, sir. I'm installing.
Yeah, you are installing, right? Yeah, please try to finish the installation as soon as possible because today we are starting the practice sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see. First thing is, okay. So now we are going to see today. So now first, before connecting or before executing any command in the database, first we need to create a connection. So now we are going to connect it to the SCART user. Okay, SCART user is using for our practice. Okay, practice because it contains a predefined set of tables. The SCART user is the general user. Okay, so that comes with the Oracle installation. Okay, that contains these four tables, built-in tables: bonus table and DEPT table, EMP table, and sal grade table. Whatever assignments I'm giving, okay, those are all based on these four tables only. Until we learn the DDL command, whatever I'm giving assignments and everything, okay, everything from these four tables only. Okay, so you need to practice all these one. Okay, so let's start. So now we have 5 categories of command: DML command, DDL command, DCL command, and TCL command, and finally the data retrieval is the select command. Okay, so now the select command. Let's start with the select. First starts with the select and then DML. Okay, so now what is the select statement? Some people will call it as a select command or select a statement. Anything can be same. Don't confuse with the coding. Some people use it to call as a select command, or some people will use it to call it as a select statement. Or similarly, insert command or insert statement, update command or update statement, delete or delete, alter command or create table command. Anything with the people use to call either command or select statement. Okay. So what is the purpose of the select statement? The purpose of the select statement is to retrieve the data from tables. Okay, the select is for retrieving data from database tables. So I'm here using the tables because we can use the select statement to retrieve the data from one or more tables. So one or more tables. We can retrieve the data from one or more tables. So we can retrieve the data. For example, okay, so now see here, select star from employee. I'm retrieving the data from employee table. So the simple thing is I'm retrieving the data from employee table. That's it. It displays all the data from employee table. So the purpose of the select statement is to retrieve the data from database tables. It can be a one table or more tables. In the today's class, we are going to use only the single table. In after 3 or 4 classes, we will see the multiple tables and everything. Okay. So one or more tables, right? One or more tables. So we can retrieve all columns from table. We can retrieve all columns, or we can retrieve specific columns data only. We can retrieve all columns from a table, or we can retrieve the specific columns data only. Or we can retrieve all rows or specific rows from a table. Okay, we can retrieve all rows or specific rows. Let's see here, select star from DEPT. So the DEPT is my table. I'm using the select star. See, that means all columns. The star indicates getting all columns data from table. Okay, so now let's see here, select department number comma D name from DEPT. Select department number comma DEPT from only two columns. See, getting data for a specific column, only two columns, for two columns only. What are the two columns we are using? Department number and D name. Okay, so now see the first point, we can retrieve all columns. The star indicates getting all columns data from a table, and select only two columns. That means I'm getting the data from only two columns only. So how the query is executing and everything we will see in the later classes. Okay, so internally what is happening and everything, that is a more in-depth concept that we will discuss in the later classes during the tuning or during the internal architecture of a Oracle. So right now just select star from DEPT. The star indicates getting all columns data. So this, okay, getting. So here we are selecting only two columns. That means getting subset of the columns, only few columns. This is called as a projection. If anybody asks you what is projection, so the projection means getting the data for a specific columns only. If anybody asks you in interview what is a projection, so the projection means getting the data for a specific columns only, not getting from all the data. Projection means getting data for a specific columns only. Columns only. So instead of getting star, the star indicates all columns. Okay, but I don't want to get the data for all columns. I want only two columns. That is called as a projection. Everybody is clear? So the projection. The next thing is select star from employee, where I'll explain this one, where department number is equal to 10. See here. So now I'm executing select star from employee. I'm executing only this part. See, I got the data from complete data from my employee table. So the employee table have the 14 rows. I got all the data from employee table. Okay. So when I'm executing the where department number, so I got only 3 rows. That means the rows which satisfies this condition will be displayed. Okay, so rows which satisfies where conditions. Conditions will be displayed. So I don't want to display all the data, but I want to display only rows which satisfies the condition. Okay, this is called as the restriction. Restriction is displaying required rows only. So the where condition. So the condition, we will specify a condition. We will be getting the rows which satisfies the condition. Everybody is clear? The where condition. So the where condition means, so it validates this condition. The department number is equal to 10. So it verifies the department number is equal to 10 for every row of employee table. The rows which satisfies this condition will be displayed. See here. Okay. See here 20, 30, 30, 30, 30. So now this one. Clark and King and Miller. Only 3 rows have the department number 10. Those rows will be displayed only. It won't display all other rows. It displays only 3 rows. Okay. So the projection, important word you need to remember here is the projection and the restriction. The projection is for getting the data for specific columns. The restriction is displaying required rows. That means instead of getting all the data from tables, we will be displaying only few data only. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear?
Yes.
Say yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So basically, like projection means whatever like we are asking to show, that one on will show. That is means projection, right?
Projection means yes, only columns. If anybody asks to display only the salary of an employee.
Yeah, certain whatever columns we want to see, that one only we are mentioning. So that is the projection.
Projection.
And if you are giving some what is this like a restriction, like filtering it, right?
Yes,
That
filtering
means
the data. That is
okay.
called as the restriction. Okay, so important terminology here is to restriction. And one important point you need to remember is the star and specifying the required columns. So the star indicates all columns and only required columns. So what is the use of the where condition? So what is the use of this where? Where is to apply a filter condition. So the data. So whatever condition. So the condition here is department number is equal to 10. So this condition will be evaluated for every row of employee table and it returns only rows which satisfies this condition. Okay, everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see the complete syntax of select statement. Okay, so what can we give a complete syntax of a select statement? Select column 1 comma column 2 and so on are star. Okay, and from table name where conditions group by column 1 comma column 2 and so on having conditions. Order by column 1 comma column 2 and so on. Okay, so now see, this is the complete syntax of a select statement. Complete syntax of a select statement. Table names, we can have a one or more table. Okay, so now here in the select statement, in this syntax, this is the complete syntax of a select statement. Here we are observing the two. So one is between this one and one is between this one, right? Okay, starting from today, if I'm writing any syntax, not only me, if you see any document anywhere, if you see anything between these two, okay, we have to provide a value. Values or column names. We have to provide values or column names. So this means if you see anything, see here compulsory we have to specify a column names here. Okay, let's see here. See, I'm executing without any columns. This is wrong because I need to select something from table name. See here, it's saying the missing expression. Compulsory, we need to select. See here, select star. So I remove this employee. See here, I'm executing only select star from. It will give you error. See here, invalid table name. There is no table name from. That's why, okay, if I have combined this one, it will work it. That's why if I see anything between this less than and greater than symbol, so that is the mandatory. We have to provide values or column names. This section is mandatory and this one is mandatory. If you see anything between these brackets, This indicates optional in your select statement, optional in your syntax. So we don't need to give a this one where condition. So the where condition is optional. Group by is an optional. Having is an optional. Order by is an optional. Okay, everybody is clear. So that is the basic syntax notation. So you need to observe this one. So anything between the greater than and less than is a compulsory. It's a mandatory field. We have to provide a value for that one. And anything between these brackets, that is a optional. Okay, everybody, that's a blind thing. You need to remember about that one. Okay, so now here, what is this column 1, column 2 and everything? This is called as the column list. Column list we are selecting from tables. These are the columns we are selecting from the tables. This is the tables for selection. Here we will specify a tables for selection. So we are selecting these columns. We are selecting these columns from this table. Okay. So now this is a mandatory. Up to this part is the mandatory. So the where condition, group by, having and order by are optional. Okay. So the where condition, where is for applying filter condition. Applying filters or restricting the data. Restricting data based on conditions. Based on conditions. Okay, so the where is for applying a filter condition. Okay, where is for applying a filter conditions or restricting the data based on the conditions. That means the rows which satisfies the conditions. We can have one or more condition. We can have any number of conditions. Okay, so now all rows which satisfies mentioned conditions will be displayed. Okay, so the where condition, we will see examples. Okay, the basically here we can have, so where is for applying a filter condition. So how many conditions we can specify? We can specify any number of conditions. Okay, one or more conditions. So all the rows which satisfies the mentioned conditions. So how many conditions we are mentioning here? All the rows which satisfies those conditions will be displayed. Everybody is clear for the purpose of the where? Where is to applying a filter conditions. Okay, group is for dividing results after where. See, first where condition, after where into different groups. Okay, so the group by, so I want to group the data. What data? Whatever data we are getting after group by. Okay, if the where condition is there, after group by. If there is no where, all the data will be grouped. Okay, so this is for dividing the results of select into different groups. So let's see, for example, okay, I want to write a query like this. Okay, so now in the employee table, okay, see here, department number 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, department number and count of employees. Let's see, count of employees. Okay, 10, 3 employees, 20, 5 employees, and 30, 6 employees. See, I am dividing the employee data into different groups based on department number to get count in each group. In these cases, so whenever you want to divide the results of a table or a select statement into different groups. Okay, we need to use the group by. Group by is for example. So I want to find number of employees in each department number. Okay, see here. The manager want a report. Manager is asking you, hi, I need to find how many employees in each group. What is the group here? Department number. 20, say 10, 3 and 20, 5 and 36. So the only in these cases we have to use the group by. Group by is for dividing the results of select into different groups. Everybody is clear? So the where condition is to apply a filter. And group is for dividing the results of a select into different groups. We will see group by and having, where and everything is for applying filters after grouping data. After grouping the data, we need to apply a filters. That means, okay, I want to find the department number which has employees more than 5. Okay, find department number, okay, which has more than 5 employees. See, I want to find department number which have more than 5 employees. What is the first part here? First is we need to, yes, group based on department number and get count. First thing is, see, this is my scenario, this is my query. Find department number which have more than 5 employees. Okay, so now I need to find, we need to group based on department number and get a count of employees. Okay, see, this is that one, department number and each count. Then apply filter on grouped count. Okay, so this is for group by class and this is for having, is to apply a filter. So now the final output is 30 and 6. Department number 30 has a more than 5 employees. So the group by and having. So the group by is for dividing the results of a select into different groups. Having is for applying a filters after grouping of the data. We need to group the data and apply a filter. Okay, what is the difference between where and having? So which one is going to execute first? Where is going to execute first or having is going to execute first?
Where?
Where. So the where, it restricts the data without applying any group or having. So once it restricts the data, so first where, so then group by, then having. Okay, I cannot use group by first and where next. So I have to follow in the same order. First where, so then group by and then having an order by. So all these parts are optional. We may use, we may not use. Based on your requirement, you can use the group by or not. You can use the having or not. You can use the where or not. Okay, and order by. Okay, so you cannot change the order. If everything is present, you cannot change the order. We have to follow select from where, group by, having and order by. Everybody is clear with this so far? Where, what is the purpose of a where? What is the purpose of a group by? And what is the purpose of having? Everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Abhiram, Shravani Garu, Shalini, Bhavani, Harita. Everybody is clear?
Clear.
Yes, we clear.
Santosh. Okay, so now what is the purpose of this order by? Order by is for displaying data either in ascending order or descending order. Is for displaying the data either in ascending order or descending order. I want to display the data in ascending or descending order. So I want to display the data ascending or descending order. Okay, one more time, the small description, the select. Here we are specifying the list of columns what you need. Here we are specifying what are the columns we need. This is called as a column list or select list. Column list or select list. So the select list is the select. Okay, so now if you are selecting all rows, fine. If you are selecting only specific number of rows, that is called as a restriction. If you are selecting only few columns, then it is called as a projection. Now this is called as a from. This is called as a from. It contains the tables from which we are selecting a data. Where conditions, we can have one or more conditions. The rows which satisfies these conditions will be displayed. This condition will be evaluated for every row in a table. All the rows which satisfies these conditions will be displayed. We can have one or more conditions. All rows which satisfies the mentioned conditions will be displayed. And group by is for dividing the results of a select into different groups. So we want to group the data. We want to group the data. So now having is for applying a filter conditions after grouping. If you want to apply any filters, you need to use a having clause. And finally order by. Order by is for to display the data either in ascending order or in a descending order. We can display the data ascending or descending order based on one column or based on multiple columns. We can order by based on one column or multiple columns. Okay, this is the complete syntax. So the only part which is the mandatory is the select and from, where group by, having and order by. These are all optional parts. Everybody is clear? Everybody is clear?
Vinay, can you give an
Yes.
example? This scenario. ఒకటి చెప్పరా మామూలుగా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకొని ఒక క్వెరీ రాయరా మామూలుగా 4 వేర్ కండిషన్ గ్రూప్ బై హ్యావింగ్ అండ్
అన్ని రాస్తా ఒక్కటే వన్ బై వన్. ఫస్ట్ సెలెక్ట్ చెప్పి వేర్ చెప్పి గ్రూప్ బై హ్యావింగ్ ఆర్డర్ బై ఇవన్నీ చెప్తా. ఈ ఒక్క రోజు అవదు, ఇవాళ రేపు ఎల్లుండి కూడా ఉంటుంది మనకి సెలెక్ట్.
ఓకే ఓకే
ఓకే, సో ఇది ఇవాళ రేపు ఎల్లుండి 3 days ఐఎమ్ డిస్కసింగ్ ఆన్ ద సెలెక్ట్ స్టేట్మెంట్. ఓకే, don't worry, one by one we will see. So just I am explaining the functions of each section of the select statement. Okay, okay, let's see. So the select, where and where, and one important point here is the star. So the star means all columns from all tables. So the column 1 and column 2 only required columns. Okay, let's see a basic select statement. We will see select star from employee. What is the meaning of select star from employee? How many columns we are selecting?
All the columns from the
How many rows we are selecting?
Employee.
How many rows we are selecting?
all the columns.
How many rows we are selecting?
All the rows and all the columns.
Yes, all rows and all columns. So the star from employee, there is no where. If there is no where, okay, that means all rows from table will be displayed. All rows. If there is no where, it will be displayed. Select star from employee. That means all columns, all rows. Above query displays all rows and all columns from employee table. If anybody asks you to display the data from employee table, similarly select star from DEPT. That's it. Select star from DEPT. All rows and all columns from department table. Okay. Select ename. Okay. First thing is, see, select star from employee, but you don't know how many columns in employee table, right? You don't know how many columns in employee table. You don't know how many columns in the department. We need to know the number of columns in employee table. So that can be done with a describe table name. So this command, this is not a SQL command, and this is the SQL star plus command for displaying structure of a table. Structure of a table. Let's see. Say DESC EMP table. That's it. So I'm using the describe EMP. I'm describing the structure of a employee table. See here, how many columns are there? Employee number, e-name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, and department number. Describe command. If I use describe DEPT, see department number, e-name, and location. So the describe command is for displaying the structure of a table. Displaying the structure of a table. If you don't know the columns, you can just simply execute the describe command. The describe command is for displaying a structure of a table. So you can see the total number of columns and everything. Say these data types and everything. So this I will explain this varchar to number, date, number, everything in the next class. Let's practice some examples. Everybody is clear the significance of a describe command. The describe command is for displaying the structure of a table. Okay, let's see. So now write a select. Yeah, go ahead. Somebody is asking something.
Describe DUPT for semicolon is here, right? Can you highlight it and run the query, please? So that means we can write DESC or else
describe.
The
yeah, both are same. That's why I mentioned this one is in the optional, right?
Oh, okay.
See, that's why I told you, right? Whatever I put between these brackets.
Oh, okay.
That's an optional. Okay, that's why either I can use simple DESC or complete describe.
Oh, okay. And descending means what we're going to use it?
Which one?
Descending order.
I will describe in the while discussing the order by part.
No, in that one, how ascending or descending, right? So DESC. Right?
That I will explain while explaining the order by section.
Okay.
So that we will discuss in after 10-15 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Write a select for getting e-name and salary from employee table for all employees. Okay. So how many columns we are selecting here? So this is my query. Write a select for getting e-name and salary for all employees. How many columns we are selecting? Is it a category of a restriction or it is a projection or we are selecting all columns?
Projection.
How many columns we are selecting?
E-name and salary.
2 columns.
Salary. Select e-name comma salary from employee table. That's it. The simple one is to select only the required columns. Okay. So now find list of all jobs from my company employee table. I want to find list of all jobs. List of all jobs from employee table. List of all jobs. How many columns we are selecting from employee table?
2.
How many columns?
2 columns.
What are those 2 columns?
E-name, salary.
But why? I did not ask the employee name, right? I want list of all jobs.
Yes, job.
I'm not asking the employee name and job. I'm asking only job column. I want to find all the jobs. Select job from employee. It displays all the jobs from my employee table. Okay, 14 rows, right? See here, clerk, salesman, manager, analyst. See, the same data is repeating, right? How can I eliminate the duplicate data? See, clerk, and salesman. Okay. So now the select job. Select job from employee. I'm selecting only job column. Okay. Select distinct job from employee. Observe the difference between those two. Select distinct job from employee. See here only So distinct class. The purpose of the distinct in the select is to eliminate the duplicate rows. The distinct, please note down this point. Distinct is for removing duplicate values or duplicate rows from results. Select job from employee. Select job from employee. So we have a 14 rows because we have a 14 records in employee. I'm getting job column value for all rows from employee table. So what is the meaning of select job from employee? If you see this employee table, okay, so I'm getting all the columns data from this column, all rows data from this column. Okay, so now here when I use the distinct is for removing the duplicate rows from results. So simply select distinct job from employee. Everybody is clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes.
So what is the advantage of a distinct? The purpose of the distinct is to retrieve the
Remove
values.
duplicate.
Remove the duplicate and returns the unique values. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so now find list of employees are working in department number 10. You want to find list of employees who are in department number 10. Can everybody mute please? Okay, find list of employees who are working in department number 10. Okay, what is the meaning of? See here. So the select star from employee. Select star from employee. It returns all rows from all table. But so my requirement is to
Only department.
only the people who are working in the department number 10. Okay, so where can I put this condition? This is a condition to apply. Okay, the purpose of this condition is to filter the data. So which section will be useful for applying a filter?
Where?
Where condition. So simply where department number is equal to 10. Select star from employee where department number is equal to 10. Simple. List of employees who are working in a department number 10. Okay. And find e-name, employee name and salary for all clerks. Right? For all clerks. What is a clerk here? That is my requirement. What is a clerk here? What is a clerk?
The job.
Job, right? Clerk is a job. So if you don't know what is a clerk, first thing is you know the table name. Okay, you know the table name. First thing is we need to know the table name. So the star from first select, it's select star from employee. Okay, so I'm getting all the data. So here it is showing the clerk. So the clerk is a job. So I need to use the job column in a where condition where job is equal to clerk. Right? Job is equal to clerk. No, invalid identifier. Why? Okay.
Because you didn't say equal to sign.
There is an equal sign right here.
So you had to put in the apostrophe?
It's not apostrophe, single quotes. Okay, so I'm coming that point. Okay, yes, she is right. So we need to put the single quotes. Why we need to put a single quotes is, okay, in Oracle, all string constants, string constants. Here clerk is a constant. String constants and date constants, date values. Values should be in single quotes. So please remember the point. In Oracle, not only in Oracle, in SQL Server also. Okay, all the string values. See here, all the string values. The clerk is a string value, and the date constant value should be in a single quotes. See here, here it is the 10. 10 is a number, so single quote is not required. But as a clerk value is a string value or a character value, that's why we need to put it in the clerk. Oh, no data. Why?
E-name and salary.
That's fine, right? But I'm okay. Let's see e-name and salary. E-name and salary columns for all the clerks my employee table. There is no data. Why? I have a clerk, right? Yeah, I have a clerk. 1, 2, 3, 4. But why I'm not getting any row?
It is case sensitive.
Yes, the data. You need to remember that point immediately. So the data, see the select language, the select statement, the SQL statement is not case sensitive, but the data stored inside Oracle is case sensitive. In my employee table, clerk is in uppercase, but in my query, I put it in a lower case. Please remember points. See here, Smith, Adams, James, and Miller. Okay, right? Similarly, this is very important point. And one important point is a case sensitive. Select star from employee where salary greater than 2500. So what is the meaning of this query? What is the meaning of this query?
Greater than 2,500, whoever has.
Yes, it displays all the employees whose salary is greater than 2500. Simple. Here 2957 and everything. Select star from employee where salary greater than or equal to 2500 and salary less than 3500. What is the meaning of this query? Salary greater than 2500, and how many conditions are there here? In this query, how many conditions are there?
Two conditions.
Two conditions. Okay, so now two conditions. So we can have any number of conditions, right? So if you have more than one condition in a where, if you have more than one condition in where, okay, so then we need to join those conditions using either and or are. Either and or are. What is the meaning of and or are? Okay, so what is the meaning of this condition?
Equals to and or more than that, and here also equals to or less than that.
So what is the significance of and?
And means both
Conditions should be satisfied.
Satisfy both the conditions.
Salary between 2500 and less than or equal to. So the both conditions should be satisfied. Okay, if I use this or any one condition should be satisfied. You can have any number of conditions, but if you have a more than one condition, why I got all rows? Why I got 800? Because its salary is greater than 2500, right? No. But why I got 800 record in this one?
Less than 3,000.
Yes, less than 3500. Because any one condition should be satisfied. Either and or are. Okay. So now is greater than 2500 and greater than or equal to 2500 and salary greater than or equal to 2500. Okay. So now one important point here is, okay, so now let's observe something in this one. Okay, so the commission here, are you seeing a null, right? What is the null? See here in the bracket it is showing null right here.
Because
okay,
when you don't give values means it won't take it. So it will show null.
Yes. What is null? Okay, let's see. 0. I'm removing the clerk with though. Okay. So why it is not showing null here and why it is showing null here?
When we are creating the table itself, we are mentioning that null values are allowed. Should not take like that.
But here it's not null, right? But
Because
why? I don't have any value here.
for the job column, we didn't mention it maybe.
No, it's not like that. Okay, here I mentioned the two spaces.
Okay.
Here I mentioned the two spaces. I want to show you the difference between null and a space. Okay. Okay, let's close this table. Let's see the data. Okay, I want to show you what is null. What is null? So null means null in database, null in Oracle is nothing. Null in Oracle is nothing. Okay, it is not equal to anything. It is not equal to anything. Okay, right? And we cannot do any arithmetic operations. Operations on null directly. For example, okay, for example, if you try 2 plus null is equal to null. 2 plus null is equal to null. 3 into null is equal to null. So null is not equal to anything. Okay, if I say where commission is equal to null, right? See here, select start from employee where commission is equal to null. So we won't get any data, right? Because I cannot compare null with like this, because null is not equal to anything. Okay, see here, I have a null, but this query is not giving anything. We won't get anything because we cannot compare a null. Similarly, we cannot do any arithmetic operations on null directly. If anybody asks you what is null, null is null. Null is null. Null means it's not an empty also. See here, this is empty. Here I have some space. Okay, here I have some space. I have some space here. Okay, so here I have some space. Space is empty value, but null is not equal to anything. Let's see here. Okay, select star from EMP where job is equal to space. See here, I have a space. I have the data, right? Because job has the space. Okay, but job is equal to null. This is not null. This is some empty value. Empty value is different and null is different. That's why I'm saying null in Oracle is nothing. Not only in Oracle, any database, null means null. It is not equal to anything and we cannot do any arithmetic operations on null directly. Okay, everybody is clear? Let's see here, select. I'm writing one more query. Select employee name, salary, comma, commission. And I want to find total salary. Salary plus commission from employee. For every row, I want to find the total salary. So this is my employee record. Let's update this one to clerk. Okay, so now see here this one. Okay, so now this is my salary column and this is my commission column. Every month, what is my salary? Every month, my total salary is salary plus commission. Okay, so now I want to find this one. That's why I'm using salary plus commission from employee in the where condition. See here, I got this one. But 800 plus null. But what is my total salary in every month? What is the total salary of a Smith every month?
800.
800. But why I'm getting null? Because I'm doing some arithmetic operations on null. 800 plus null is equal to null. That's why we cannot do any arithmetic operations on null directly. But how can I solve it? We will see. Everybody is clear the significance of a null. But how can I check null? Commission is equal to null. Okay, let's see. Select star from employee where commission is null. Commission is null. See here, now this is the correct. So using is null or is not null. So nulls can be compared with is null or is not null. So this is null. If I want to find is not null, select star from commission where commission is not null. It's not null. See, only the rows where commission is not null will be displayed. So how can I compare a null? So nulls can be compared with is null or is not null. Okay, everybody is clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Select star from here. Let's see. Okay, so now this is a column. This is a column. Salary plus commission. Is it a column of employee table? Yes or no?
No.
No. Then what is this one? This is called as a, so we are deriving a new column. From existing columns, we are deriving a new columns. See, the salary and commission are the two individual columns. So we are deriving a new column by using the combination of existing columns. This is called as a here. So the salary plus commission. We are computing a new value from existing column. This can be called as a the salary plus commission is called as derived column. We are deriving a new column. Only derived column. And it is available for this select only. This is not a permanent. Salary plus commission is called as a derived column and this is available for this select only. It is not a permanent, only during the execution of this one. Only we can do any type of calculations. Okay, everybody?
I have a small doubt here.
Yes.
Now I don't want to give the small sal plus commission for the derived column also. I want to give something else name. I want to name it something else. How should I write it?
Yes, yes. You want to give some name to salary plus commission, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my next topic. Okay. Just 2 minutes. Okay. So now this is. So whenever I'm executing this query. Okay. Let's see. First thing is 800 plus null. Let's first solve this problem. Okay. 800 plus null is equal to null. That's not correct. My total salary is 800. It should give as 800. Okay. So what I have to do is I want to implement like this. If commission is null, so then consider it as 0. Okay, else consider it as, so take commission value. Okay, so that is my, I want to implement this logic. Okay, if 800 plus null, so if it is null, that's why take it as 800 plus 0. 800 plus 0. For the second one, 1600. 300 is not null. It take it as 300. Okay, 800 plus 0 and 1600 plus 300. It's 900. So that is my correct. Okay, let me modify this query. Okay, commission plus salary plus commission. So NVL of commission comma 0. Please observe carefully. NVL 800. Okay, observe carefully. I'm selecting one more column, deriving a new column. Okay, let's see here. 0. So commission is null. So I'm replacing a null value with 0. Am I replacing in the table or am I replacing only in the select statement? Am I replacing in the table or am I replacing only in the during the execution of the select?
Only during the
Execution of the select only. So what is this NVL? So here NVL is a function. NVL is a function. So what is a function and everything we will see. But for our practicing the select, NVL is required. Is a function for replacing null values with something. So here 0. If commission is null, it replaces the 0. If commission is not null, it takes the commission value.
So
Everybody is clear?
I can give like this also, right? If I don't want to keep it 0, I want to add whoever doesn't have any commission, they can get $100.
Yes, that's why. So in that case, just replace with 100.
Okay.
Instead of 0, just use the 100. If you want 0, that's fine. If the commission is null, just give it 100. Simple. Okay. That's why I said with something. Something can be a 0 or non-numeric value. Okay. Anybody have any doubt? Everybody is clear? So NVL is a function which replaces for null values. Anybody have any doubts, please, on this NVL? Yes or no? Shalini, Bhavani, Harita, Abhiram, Santosh, Shravani Garu, Pranita Garu.
It's clear, Andy.
Okay. Please respond. Okay. So now my question is, let's replace this commission. Okay. So now see here, the column headings is coming with NVL of commission comma 0, salary plus NVL of commission comma. It doesn't look good. Okay, I want to give some name to this total as a total salary. Simply specify, okay, as total salary. So the simply as total salary as commission. See, as total salary. So this is called as a column alias. Instead of this complete expression displaying, I'm giving as a column alias. See this one. So instead of displaying as a column heading, I'm giving as total salary. That's it, as total salary. Okay, everybody is clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Here I'm going to give you the one more small example. Okay, let's see. Now I'm replacing. So here total salary is column alias for this one. Okay, and one thing is we can give column aliases to existing columns as well. Not only derived columns, we can give column alias to existing columns as well. Let's see here. So now here I'm giving as employee name. So now I don't want to display e-name. I want to display it as a employee name. See here, employee name. Okay, column aliases is employee name and commission is commission and total salary. We can give a column aliases to existing columns as well. Okay, so I don't want to display as e-name. I want to display it as a employee name. Okay, everybody? Everybody is clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so one
sir.
important point is I'm writing the same query. Observe this one. Okay, so now I'm removing this as. Okay. This is also fine. You can give the column alias with as keyword or replacing the without as also. Okay, you can give column alias with as or without as. Okay, everybody? Column aliases can be given with as or without as. Okay, so one more thing is column alias on this. Okay, column alias is I'm giving employee name. I want to separate here. Employee name. I want a space. This is wrong. I cannot have a space like this directly. If you want a space in the column alias, you want to put it in a double quotes. Please note down this point. If you want the space, see, employee name. Did anybody observe any difference between these column aliases? So the first thing is, okay, we can use as or without as. And the second thing is, if you want a space as a two words, we have to put it in the double quotes. Okay. And one thing here is observed is the total salary is displaying in uppercase. See, here employee name is in the uppercase. Did we mention the employee name in the uppercase here? No, but it displays in the uppercase, right? Yes, all the column headings will be displayed in the uppercase. Okay, while coming to here, employee name in the small case. Why? Because in Oracle, if you give anything in the double quotes, it considers it as a case sensitive. It displays as it is. Okay, so in the column aliases, be careful. If you want everything in the uppercase, put it in the uppercase. See here. So now it will be displayed as it is. It takes it as a case sensitive. Right? Anybody observed? Okay, if you put it in the double quotes, it take it as a case sensitive. Please let me know. Are everybody is understanding? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This one. So you can use the as or without as. These are called as a column aliases. We can give a column aliases. Okay. Now I want to write a query like this. Okay. Write a select for displaying output like this. Displaying following output. Following output. Okay. So now Smith is working in department number 10 as what is the Smith one? Smith clerk. See, I want a output like this. Smith is working in department number 10 as a clerk. Is it possible? Okay. So Smith is from, what is the column name for Smith? In. Okay. Is working in department number. Is it available in our table or it is a constant? Is it available in a table? No, right? We don't have that information in my table, right? I want to generate it. Okay. 10 is available, right? Department number is available. Yes, department number is available. Yes, clerk. See here. Smith. Here in this case, Smith is from e-name column. 10 is from department number column. and clerk is from job column. Okay, job column, and is working in department number, and as is constants. Constants need to generate for every row. Every row. So here we need to concatenate 3 columns and 2 constants. So ename is a column. Okay, I need to concatenate is working, because all the, I told you, right? See here, one point in the single quote. See here, in Oracle all the string constant and date constant value should be in single quote. Okay, is working in department number. Yes, this is a constant, and department number, and as is a constant, and job. This is my output. I want to display this output. Okay, this is one column. This is a constant value. This is another column, and this is another constant, and this is a column. I want to combine all these things from my employee table. How can I concatenate? I need to concatenate. Okay, for concat in Oracle, for concatenation, okay, we need to use pipe symbol. This is called as a pipe symbol. Pipe symbol, which is available above the enter key. Simply select yes, ename, concatenate, department number, as job from employee. Simple. See, Smith is working in department number 20 as clerk. This everything is command. I want to display as employee info. Alias name. Employee info is the alias name for concatenation of all the things. Everybody is clear? So the concatenation can be done. How can I concatenate? With the pipe symbol. Okay, multiple columns can be concatenated, or columns with constants. Let's see. Select ename, concatenate department number from here. Ename, concatenate with the department number from Smith 20, Allen 30. So I'm concatenating the 2 columns. Okay, everybody. Anybody have any issues, please?
No.
Anybody have any issues?
No, no, it's clear.
Select star from employee, where I want to find list of employees whose total salary is greater than 3,000. Everybody is clear with this concatenation and column alias concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. Okay, and now I want to write a query. Write a query, select for getting all employees whose salary is greater than, okay, whose salary is greater than total salary. Whose total salary greater than 3,000. I want to find a whose. How do you find a total salary? How do you find a total salary?
Salary plus commission.
Salary plus commission. Select star from employee, where total salary. Salary plus commission greater than 3,000. Is this right? No, right? Why? Why I am
Commission
not
has
getting
null
3,000?
value.
Sorry?
Commission has null values.
Commission has null value. So we need to take care of this nulls. That's why I'm using NVL of commission comma 0. That's very important thing. Whenever you think column can have a null, you need to use this one. See, only 5,000. Okay, let's make it to 2,000. So you will get a more number of records. So I can use this derived column in where condition as well. One important, this is the derived column. So the derived column can be used in the where also. Okay, so the select star from where salary plus NVL of commission comma total salary. I'm calculating a total salary and I'm applying a filter condition. Total salary is greater than 2,000. Everybody, is it clear? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
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 Okay, so now did anybody observe in this today's class? Okay, so now, so in the where condition is equal to, we are used is equal to. So we used is equal to, we used greater than, we used greater than or equal to, we used less than or equal to, we used is null, and we used is not null, right? Okay, and what is these?
Condition.
These are the conditions. See, this complete thing is a condition, right? Is equal to, single is equal to is not a condition. Okay, this is a condition. The total thing is equal to is a condition. Commission is equal to null is a condition. Commission is null, total is condition, but is null is not a condition. Okay, all these things are called as operators, the SQL operators. SQL operators. SQL operator is a keyword, okay, which can be used in any part of a select for two conditions. So the SQL operators can be used in mostly in where conditions, and we use this and also under or also. These are all called as a, so the SQL operators. So the SQL operators we used. Those operators are very important. It's a kind, we can use this. Using these operators we can make the conditions. See, so now salary plus commission greater than 2,000. So now I want to make a condition. What is this condition? Total salary greater than 2,000. So what is the operator we are using? Here we are using the greater than operator. Okay, so now I want to find a where commission is null. I want to find list of employees who commission is null. Commission is null. So using the operator we can make the conditions. Mostly we will use these operators in the where conditions and having condition, but sometimes we can use these operators in, and we use it this plus also. We use it in where this also. Here is the C here. We use it the plus in select list also. Similarly, we can use operators in anywhere, but mostly in a where conditions. Okay, clear everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what are the SQL operators, total SQL operators we have, and what is the significance of each one we will see in a next class. We have so many. So we have seen plus, is equal to, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, is null or is not null, and, are, not, between, like, all, any, exist. These are all the different types of operators. We will see those operators in the next class. Okay, clear everybody?
Yes.
Yes or no, please?
Yes.
Anybody have any doubts? Please let me know.
No, sir.
Everybody, Abhiram, Santosh, Shalini, Anita Garu, Shravani, Babani, Harita. Anybody have any doubt?
No, it's clear.
So please practice all these things, okay? Maybe after tomorrow or day after tomorrow, I'm going to give you some 50 SQL statements for your practice answer, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Anybody have any issues? Let me know. We will see you in next class tomorrow, okay? Same time.
Sir, ఒక నిమిషం.
Yes.
Oracle ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసేటప్పుడు అది ఇన్స్టాల్ అవ్వట్లేదు సార్. అది 2 ఫైల్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, 2 ఫైల్స్ ని అన్జిప్ చేయాలి కదా.
Oracle లో సింగిల్ ఫైల్ ఉంటది కదమ్మా, ఎక్స్ ఇది.
ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఎడిషన్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేయమన్నారా?
ఆ ఎక్స్ప్రెస్ ఎడిషన్ అయితే ఈజీగా